3 hidden psychological reasons why you are finding it impossible to leave a toxic relationship. Now, I think one of the biggest struggles in the relational psychological space is when logically you know this relationship isn't right. Fundamentally, you can see right is right and wrong is wrong, and the facts are telling you, the pattern is telling you that this is not good and it's not getting any better. You're constantly hurt, you're constantly anxious, you're constantly on eggshells, you're sad, you're up, you're down. It's a roller coaster. Yet when you try to leave, you are hit with a tidal wave of anxiety, of panic, of fear, of craving them, of not being able to stop thinking of them. It basically feels like you've just put your brain in a blender and you are in the middle of the ocean and you do not know what to do and you can barely tread water. So you either get pulled back in by them or your own brain pulls you back to them. Now, I am going to be running a masterclass on Wednesday, the 1st of July, where I am going to be taking you through why this happens, why what you're doing isn't working, and the framework that does. So if you want to join that, please click the link in bio. But when a client comes to work with me through this, there are 3 things that are tripping them up: that time, patience, focusing on the facts, going no contact isn't going to help you with. Number 1. Your brain is currently wired that distance from this person equals danger. That is a conditioned belief, and that is a chemical piece of wiring, a neurological piece of wiring in your brain right now. Which is why when you leave, all of the danger symptoms that we get if we were in danger in any other aspect of our life happens. Anxiety, panic, fear, overwhelm, emotional dysregulation. You're unable to see things clearly, do what you feel you need to do. You're just in complete disarray. Like you would be if you were being chased by a tiger. You miss them even though you know it wasn't good. Unless we change that conditioned belief, and unless we rewire the part of the brain that currently sees this chaos as familiar, every time you try to leave, your brain is going to hit the big red button, which is the danger switch. And your brain is going to look at the very person who keeps hurting you and actually putting you in emotional danger, whatever it may be, as the fix. Because your brain doesn't have any other fixes. It doesn't know what to do when that big red button is there, and it doesn't know how to remove that big red button. So what I have to do with clients is remove the big red button. Take their brain through the framework that changes the conditioned belief, changes that big red button, and allows you to feel calm, to feel safe, to feel secure. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel sad, but rather than your brain having a tidal wave of emotion, it will be a wave that would maybe come up to your knees. Number 2. Your brain is currently crippled with self-doubt. Whenever we've been in a toxic or unhealthy relationship, we've usually been gaslit. We've usually gaslit ourselves. Maybe they'll be good for someone else. Maybe they don't mean it. Maybe they will change. Maybe they're this way because of their childhood. Maybe I'm the problem. You go from feeling really, really strong, yes, I'm making the right decision, to like a bag of butter in the microwave. Feeling completely conflicted between the logic and the emotional aspect of your brain. Now, whenever a client is struggling with this, and most are, so you're certainly not alone, we have to cognitively balance the brain. At the moment, your emotional brain is ruling the roost, your logical brain isn't. But a lot of this chemical attachment or unhealthy attachment because of this toxic relationship sits in your emotional brain. So unless we get those brains where they need to be, logical brain in the driving seat, emotional brain in the passenger seat, or really in the back, your emotional brain's going to keep overthrowing it, and your emotional brain isn't your friend right now. Your emotional brain is wired for what's familiar is best, not what's healthy. And if there is a chemical attachment or a trauma bond in there, time isn't going to heal that. You need to have your brain regulated chemically and emotionally. Otherwise, you will feel strong one minute and like you need them the next. Number 3, you are refusing logically, unconsciously, consciously to let go of hope. And don't get me wrong, this person may well be playing on that hope with some breadcrumbs, telling you what you want to hear, pretending to change. And ultimately, your brain cognitively right now really fears letting go of that hope. That hope has been your life raft in this relationship. No matter how bad the relationship has gotten, no matter how unhealthy it's been, how hurt you've been, how betrayed you've been, you've had hope to see you through. Hope it can be better. Hope they're going to come back. Hope that you're going to get the version from the beginning back. To let go of that for your brain is like letting go of your comfort blanket. That's scary for any brain. And all of a sudden you have to accept that although you've put everything into this, you can't change the outcome. You're less in control than your brain wants you to realise. So what we need to do is give you things that you are in control of, like your regulation, like your choices, like your thoughts, so that rather than feeling like you need hope to keep you safe, you have all these other things keeping you safe, and that very thing that isn't keeping you safe, you can finally let go of.